Here we go again. This is Kate Mealing. I'm interviewing Connie Richardson at her nice home here at Hollybrook Villas. This is November the 13th, 2012. Connie, I need to know when and where were you born?
I was born in Monroe, Michigan, January the 11th, 1922.
And who were your parents and siblings?
My parents were Mr. and Mrs. Frank Strazilla, and I have a daughter living in Paris, Illinois, and I had a son, and he passed away when he was 18.
And did you have brothers and sisters?
Oh, yes. I was one of 7, and I just have one left, and she lives in California.
Oh, your sister's in California. Okay. How many years have you lived here in Marshall?
Probably about close to 60 years.
Okay, you're pretty much a hometowner then. What your neighborhood was? This wonders how it has changed. Can you tell how it has changed any?
Oh yes, it used to be just a small town. Everybody knew everybody else, and I haven't been back there for a while, but it has changed a lot, and the people, a lot of the people are gone. Of course, I'm almost 92, so a lot of things have changed.
Well, now the neighborhood you're talking about is Monroe?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. And then you lived, where did you live here in Marshall?
On 406 Ash Street,
Okay.
and we lived there for 50 years anyway.
Do you think that's changed much?
Oh, yeah, that's changed. Most of them, the neighbors that we knew then, are gone, really.
When you were a child, were you required to do a lot of chores?
Yes. I was one of 7, and my mother died when 7 children, and the youngest was 2 months old when she died, and we had to work in the store, my dad's store, and yes, we had to take care of the apartment. Now, when we were small, we had a housekeeper, but we still had to do a lot of the chores around the house.
What kind of store did your dad have?
He had a fruit and produce store.
Okay.
And we lived over the store.
Did you have to prepare meals?
No, my dad was a good cook, but we had the mess to clean up after.
Okay. What kind of food did you usually have?
All fresh fruit.
Okay. And your family enjoyed, did you have something like spaghetti?
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, we did. My dad was a good cook.
That helped, didn't it? Where did you go to school?
Well, I went to grade school in St. Mary's School in a Catholic school, and then high school I went to St. Mary's Academy and graduated from there in '39.
Do you have any special memories of your education that you'd like to share?
Well, we had the nuns, and they were very good, and they kind of favored me a little sometime because they knew my dad having a hard time raising 7 kids by himself.
Did you have any leisure activities? Did you play games or anything?
Well, we lived over my dad's store, so we had concrete sidewalk outside. So we used to roller skate down there and bicycle. And but other than that, and we played cards at an early age.
Did you start dating when you got to be in high school?
No, not really. Not until I got out of, well, I met Rich when I was stationed in France. And then when he got home before I did, and he got a room there around the corner from where I lived, and let's see, I was in service 2, 3, and 4. No, 3, 4, and 5.
That's 1943?
1943, 3, 4, and 5. And then I'd met Rich in the service, and then he was there waiting for me to get home from service. And then we were married Valentine's Day, February the 14th, 1946.
So you said he came home first and got a room around the corner. You mean in Marshall?
No, in Monroe, Michigan.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm mixed up. Okay, but you mean you never dated anybody earlier in your life?
I met Rich and I worked in the same office.
But when you were in high school, you didn't?
It was a Catholic school, all girls.
Okay.
We did have another high school in town, but no, my dad was pretty strict with the girls.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Rich was your one and only?
Yeah, really.
Okay. So you were married in Monroe?
Yes.
And when did you come to Marshall?
Well, Rich worked
Well, you told me, I guess.
Yeah, he worked at the Indianapolis stockyards.
In the stockyards. So when you were in the service, just what was your job? Were you, you didn't fight, did you?
Well, when I joined, you had to be 18, and I had enlisted without telling my dad. He wasn't a bit happy with me for a while. But anyway, I did clerical work, and that's how I met Rich. We worked in the same office.
Okay. Had he been involved in some of the battles, or was he?
Not really, because he was a master sergeant, and he did more office work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any historical events that stand out in your mind? This could be local, national, or worldwide.
Well, when I was in France, I was stationed in Compiègne, France, just outside of Paris. And we got to go to Paris like you go to Terre Haute here. And an army truck would be going down the road, and you just hitched a ride with them, and they'd help you on the back of a pickup truck. I swore when I get home, any truck going by, I'd say, wait for me, and jump on the back of it, but I never did.
Well, I guess you were home before the peace was declared? Or where were you when?
Oh, I was in France when that was signed.
Was there a big celebration?
Oh yes. After dark, they were out in the streets dancing, drinking. They were celebrating.
Well, they did everywhere, I think.
Yeah.
What modern conveniences have affected your life the most?
Good or bad, either.
Either.
Well, right offhand, I can't think about anything.
Well, TV, of course, is.
Oh yeah. We didn't have TV or, in the service or anything like that then. Usually went down to the USO and had dances. So that was our big entertainment.
Yeah. Well, I know, I think when I first knew you, you were in the Junior Women's Club, president of the Junior Women's Club. I can remember you being president. And have you been active in some other organizations?
Not as I got older, no, with the kids and one thing after another. And I worked. I worked up at the cafeteria there in charge for.
Oh, that's right. You had a big career in the high school.
So that was a biggie for me then.
You worked at the Marshall High School cafeteria.
And then I was in charge of all three of them.
I thought,
so
So that was an interesting
it was.
Of your life.
And you got to meet so many of the school kids and everything, and they were friendly.
And you still have a lot of friends, I know, in this younger people.
No, and I'm out at school.
Remember you. Is there anything else you'd like to add to this interview?
No, but like you said, though, I met a lot of nice people. And I had them out here wanting a recipe, that's something, when they went to school, that they liked. And one was at Marietta. The girl, the one in the kitchen, just asked me 2 weeks ago for the recipe. And I said, what? Oh, are you going to try it out here? No, I'm taking this home for me to try.
I remember my kids always loved
Oh,
that.
yeah.
They wanted to eat at the cafeteria when they didn't need to, when they could come home.
I see boys especially. I remember you from the high school cafeteria. And I said, you got any gripes, get in line. There's a lot of them ahead of you. And they would just laugh.
Well, do you like it out here at Hollybrook?
Very much so. It's a home. I've got a nice 3-room apartment. Go down the hall and eat. And they're always so friendly. When you came in, did you notice a table out in front? No, it's outside of the dining room, in memory of or in honor of Veterans Day.
Oh,
They had it set up with all pictures of those that have been in service and their picture, and it's an interesting, and it was really an honor to have a tribute like that. They had a flag on each one of our tables in front of the veterans, but they really went all out for Veterans Day.
Oh, I'll have to look at that when I leave. Yeah, this is especially appropriate time for you since you're a veteran, and Veterans Day was just, it's celebrated yesterday, really.
Well, 2 days. They put the table out there, and they got veterans' pictures and all that, and their name on there. And like I said, they really did it. We got to eat first, the veterans.
Okay, good. Well, Bill, of course, is a veteran, but we didn't do a whole lot. They had some parades in Terre Haute.
I saw that on television, that.
Well, I think this will conclude our interview.
Well, thank you, Kate.
Well, thank you very much.
Okay.